From the studios of Republic TV, it's time for the debate.
Debate at 9. Powered by Century Laminates, Citroën, Orient Electric, Amrita University and Signia.
Good evening and welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Bengal politics is absolutely on the edge. And I don't think in a long time, maybe not since Mamata challenged the left more than 10 years back, has there been such extreme polarization on political lines. The Prime Minister has deliberately made bhoy or fear the central factor. He says, bhoy peona. He says to the voters, bhoy pabena. In other words, he says, don't have fear. That was what his central message was in the brigade ground rally yesterday. That was his call out to the voters. So the BJP wants its voters to come out in the expectation that the 10-odd+% who are fence sitters today will swing towards them. And what has Mamata done? Mamata has pulled out all her cards. The insider card, the leader of the masses card, the choice of women voters card. But question is tonight, if the BJP pushes just a wee bit further, a wee bit harder, does she have any other cards left to pull out? Is the BJP waiting for Mamata to peak early to push its own game up further and then bring in Mithun Chakrabarti? And by bringing in Mithun Chakrabarti, who gave us a fantastic interview yesterday, has the BJP managed to neutralize the outsider charge? Now, ladies and gentlemen, Bengal has become a mini national election. Both sides know and know well, and we all know well, what is at stake this time. That's debate number 1 tonight, viewers. Who's got more at stake? The battle is getting more and more and more interesting every day, especially after Narendra Modi coming in yesterday, Mamata countering her with a long walk across Kolkata today. Debate 2 tonight is, the news peg is Tamil Nadu, but with Owaisi making a debut there. But the bigger story there is about how, with the Congress collapsing, an alternative, very interesting opposition is emerging, not just in Tamil Nadu, across the country. And ladies and gentlemen, delighted that with the launch of Republic Bangla yesterday, the interview everyone wants to hear, so I thought I'll play a little bit of it on our show as well. Saurav spoke to me yesterday. We played it out on Republic Bangla, and I must share this with you today at about 10:30, some clips of that interview. And here are the headlines. Top of the week this Monday evening on the Debate Tonight. A day after the Prime Minister's Brigade Parade rally, Mamata counters every charge in a 4.5-kilometer Padayatra. Fuel price hike, women's safety, development or corruption, which issues will resonate with the Bengali voter? Five Trinamool MLAs and 13 grassroots workers joined the BJP after being sidelined, they say, by Mamata Banerjee. Asaduddin Owaisi, all set to make a debut in Tamil Nadu, joins hands with Sasikala's nephew to fight 3 seats. All India MIM's entry in Tamil Nadu and the Aam Aadmi Party's massive push in Gujarat is the nation witnessing the rise of an alternative opposition front. first time on television, Saurav Ganguly speaks out on his political reluctance. Watch the interview excerpts at 10:30 tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, by raking up the fuel price rise and the issue of women's safety, Mamata Banerjee has made it clear that she will continue to give a tough fight to the BJP's very aggressive, all-out campaign in the poll-bound state of Bengal. Here is how she has countered the charges of the Prime Minister, which he made in his brigade speech yesterday, and then we debate on who has the upper hand.
टीएमसी का खेला शेष, टीएमसी का खेला शेष, खेला खत्म.
As she marched 4.5 kilometers from College Square to Dharmatala, Mamata Banerjee was determined to counter every charge made by the Prime Minister in his brigade rally speech. From the issue of fuel and development,
मैं बंगाल के अपने दोस्तों के लिए काम कर रहा हूं. मैंने अपने दोस्तों को बंगाल में लगभग 90 लाख गैस कनेक्शन दिए हैं.
इलेक्शन आने वाले फोकट्टा हमने कर देंगे, हमने 15 लाख रुपया सबको दे देंगे, हम बिना पैसा में बाड़ी बना देंगे, हम सबको सब देंगे. हम कहते हैं कुछ नहीं चाहिए, एक चीज दीजिए, बिना पैसा में गैस दीजिए.
to women's safety.
ये मेरा सौभाग्य है कि बीते 6 साल में केंद्र सरकार की हर योजना के केंद्र में हमारी बेटियां रही है, हमारी बहनें रही हैं, हमारी माताएं रही हैं.
বাংলার মেয়েরা সুরক্ষিত নয়. আরে বাংলার মেয়েরা সুরক্ষিত না হলে রাত 10টায় ঘুরে বেড়ায়, রাত 12টায় ঘুরে বেড়ায়, ভোর 4টায় ঘুরে বেড়ায়, সকালে ঘুরে বেড়ায়, চাকরি করে, কাজ করে, সেলফ হেল্প গ্রুপ করে, আইসিডিএস করে, আশা করে, সবকিছু করে, ডাক্তার চিকিৎসক সবাই আছে, টিচাররা.
To the battle of campaigns,
बांग्ला चाय उन्नति, बांग्ला चाय शांति, बांग्ला चाय प्रगतिशील बांग्ला, बांग्ला चाय সোনার বাংলা.
কারণ তোমরা ব্রিগেড করেছো, ওটাকে ব্রিগেড করে দিয়েছে, ব্রিগেডটাকে ব্রিগেড. আজকে যে মানুষ মিছিলে এসছে তাও তোমাদের মিছিলে কালকে আসেনি. টাকা দিয়ে সব হয় না, বিজেপিকে চাই না.
and battle of slogans.
টাকা দিয়ে সব হয় না, খেলা হবে, খেলা হবে, খেলা হবে, জিততে হবে, জিততে হবে.
अब हर तरफ से एक ही आवाज है, टीएमसी का खेला शेष, टीएमसी का खेला शेष, खेला खत्म, विकास शुरू.
What will Bengal vote for 20 days from now? Let's debate.
You have to accept it, Gaurav Bhatia, tonight you have to accept it. Every time you try to push her down, she fights back. You said Khela Khotom, Khela Shesh. She's still saying Khela Shuru. And she has in fact said Brigade A, B grade. She called the Prime Minister's rally a B grade rally. So I want to open the debate tonight. Welcoming Gaurav Bhatia, Smita Prakash, Professor Basu, Chandra Kumar Bose, Suparna Maitra, Pradipta Mukherjee supports the Trinamool, Rupam Banerjee and Tausif Ahmed Khan. What a fight. What a fight, Gaurav Bhatia opening with Suparna of the Trinamool. And there was a crowd. Gaurav, let me tell you today's crowd when she walked. 4.5 kilometers when she walked today. There was a crowd. There was a huge crowd. You can say, okay, she's got an edge in Kolkata, but there was a huge crowd. A day after the Prime Minister's rally, there was a massive crowd. You can't deny that. These people were not bought, were not brought, they were there for her Women's Day rally.
So Arnab, first of all, wishing all the viewers and the women of the country a very happy International Women's Day. And I would start by saying that the Brigade Ground rally has shaken Mamata Banerjee. Khela hobe, khela hobe, khela hobe, khela hobe. And I say second May, and Mamata akela hobe, akela hobe, akela hobe, akela hobe. The people of West Bengal are seeing a very nervous, a very jittery Mamata Banerjee. And I would spell it out for everyone. Why would any person who claims that Bhawanipur is her bastion, she has been MLA and MP for the last 3 decades from that constituency, change the constituency? Because she knows that her divisive politics of Bahari or Bengali, of Hindu, Muslim, is now making people hate her. And I must say on the other side is the positive agenda of Sonar Bangla, Paribartan Laenge, of the Bharatiya Janata Party, which will ensure that Tolabazi, Bhatijawad, syndicate, cut money, that she is herself confessing that the workers will return, will come to an end. And West Bengal will reclaim its position at the forefront. The kind of leadership role that West Bengal has played, time has come that West Bengal should get the same kind of respect. And under Mamata Banerjee, that has been diminishing every day.
No, she's giving you a tough fight. I don't think. No, Suparna is opening. No, one second. Suparna. No. Before Suparna comes in, I mean, come on, come on. You can be more gracious than that. You can be more gracious than that. No, Akela Hobe and all is all right. But you can be more gracious than that.
Why?
You can say she's giving us a tough fight.
Has she been gracious? Pradhan Mantri ko thappa.
Ask Rupam Banerjee. Rupam, why don't you come in? Let Rupam come in. Can you increase the audio there? One second. Let Rupam come in. Let Rupam come in. Rupam. No, 1 second. No, before others come in, can I get the audio increased here in the studio, please? 1 second. I'm asking here, very simply, I'm asking a simple question. Why can't you be more gracious than that? Be a little bit more gracious than that. Rupam on the screen, please. Rupam.
No,
Anand, can I have Rupam on the screen, please? Yeah, I'm asking. No, I'm asking Rupam.
Very right.
No, I'm asking Rupam. I'm asking Rupam. I'm asking Rupam.
Yes, it will be
Rupam Banerjee. Rupam Banerjee.
Yes, I'm telling you. Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Everyone on, please. 4 windows. Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Rupam.
Is that no one can ignore Mamata Banerjee. She is a power to reckon with. Anyone must accept this. And therefore, if you think that the Khala is khatam, it's not that easy. Mamata is a fighter and he will be fighting. Yes, he is slightly on the back foot. Because
okay, lost your video there. I want Pradipto to come in. I want Pradipto to come in. I want Pradipto to come in because your video is frozen. Pradipto in your place. Pradipto. Pradipto. Khala shesh or Khala shuru?
Yes, you have shown a beautiful picture of Kolkata before starting the debate. Thank you for that. You have shown the light of development happened in Kolkata during last 10 years. Thank you, Arnab Dada. Now, Gaurav sir had saying that Khala will be end on 2nd of May. Yes, Khala will be end for BJP because the Trinamool Congress and the Supremo Mamata Banerjee is fighting against the India National Party called BJP, and there is no choice of local leader no face of local leader. What they argued in 2019, they have argued that who will be your face of Prime Minister? Then who will be the face of Chief Minister in West Bengal? And your point is Mamata versus Modi. That is the spirit
Chandra
of
Bose on the left. Chandra Bose. Chandra Bose. Gaurav and Chandra Bose on the left. Chandra Bose. Chandra Bose, answer that. I want specific answers to specific questions. It plagues you.
You see, our party, the election is based on an agenda. You see, we have a leadership, Narendra Modi ji. Certainly we would have a chief ministerial candidate, a chief ministerial face at the appropriate time.
Suparna Maitra on the right, please. Thank you. Suparna Maitra and Rupam. Appropriate time.
Yes.
Appropriate time. Why not you?
We are fighting for development. We are fighting against corruption.
Why not you, Chandra Bose?
We are fighting.
No, why not you?
We are fighting for peace.
Why not you? You're a clean man.
Bengal has
You're a clean man. You speak very well. You've been committed to the party well before it became big in Bengal. Why not you? Why not Mithun Chakraborty? Why not Mithun Chakraborty? I asked Mithun Chakraborty yesterday.
See,
why not? What's the hesitation? Suparna Mitra, what's the hesitation? You got a big fight on your hands.
It is a collective fight. You see, today we have the right leadership in Bengal.
But there's nothing called collective chief ministership. Suparna Mitra must come into the debate. Suparna Mitra must come into the debate. Suparna Mitra, they are saying that the 12% people who are undecided in Bengal are actually going to vote for the BJP eventually. They are saying the 12% people who are undecided in Bengal are actually closet BJP voters. They're just not saying here right now because they are fearful of how you will respond.
Good evening, Mr. Goswami. I wish a good evening to all the fellow panelists and all the people watching this program. First of all, on a personal note, let me congratulate you for coming up with 3 channels in 3 years. But unfortunately, I'm unable to watch the Republic Bangla channel because I tried my best to do that. But it's not coming in the DTH that I do that. So that's the first thing I would request you to ensure that all of us get to be watching your
which DTH are you on?
Bangla channel.
Which DTH platform are you on? Which DTH platform are you on?
Airtel. Airtel.
Airtel should be on soon. We're talking to Airtel. We are talking to Airtel.
Yes.
It's the only platform which has not switched on Republic Bangla yet, but I'm sure they'll be very gracious. We've requested them. I'm getting a lot of complaints from people. I'm sure that Airtel will switch on Republic Bangla soon. Thank you for bringing it before us. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, please continue.
Thank you. Thank you. So having said that, Mr. Goswami, now I have a complaint against you, Mr. Goswami. And the complaint is that when you started the program, you asked a question to the respected lawyer, Mr. Bhatia. You asked a question to the respected lawyer, Sri Bhatia, and you told that the BJP must admit that the TMC government or Mamata Banerjee is giving a tough fight to BJP. I would request you, Mr. Goswami, why don't you place your statement like that? And I would like to congratulate Gauravji by saying that BJP is really putting up a tough fight against the Trinamool Congress after we have performed very well for the last 10 years. There have been, and any government which runs for 10 years, there's bound to be anti-incumbency, and it's always on a work in progress. So we would like to improve better. But when we go to the people in a democracy, we go to the people with the work that we have done in the last 10 years. Unfortunately for the BJP, the Honorable Prime Minister of India was in Calcutta yesterday. And it's so very unfortunate that the gravitas of the position of the Prime Minister was put into oblivion, and it was also overlooked by the Prime Minister because of the bankruptcy of the BJP leadership in Bengal.
Must come in along with Gaurav.
It's a bankruptcy of the BJP leadership in Bengal, Mr. Goswami. That,
1 minute, 1 minute. No, 1 minute, 1 minute. I'll just place those. PK has not spoken. Everyone calm down. One second.
Can I respond to that, please? That's a very serious
I heard you. Now to place everyone on the debate. And PK, my friend, sorry, PK, no, may I, I've turned over a new leaf. I'm now very, very polite. I keep saying sorry to people who don't come in yet. I'm sure you will extend me the same courtesy. PK, my friend, sorry to keep you waiting. Mohammed Tausif, sorry to keep you waiting. Sorry to keep you waiting. Now, my question here is, Gaurav and Smita on one side, Tausif and Suparno on the other side. And I just look at Suparno. You know, he appears. Let me tell you, appearance is so deceptive. This man, he has a professorial air about him, and he seems mild-mannered, almost subdued. When I met him on air for the first time, Suparno, I said, this Trinamool Congress spokesperson seems so mild-mannered, but he has this edge to what he said. He provoked Gaurav. Look at that. Gaurav is dying to have a comeback at us. He said that
can I respond?
There was not enough, what did you say? Gravitas in what the Prime Minister said. Gravitas. Can I? Okay, you speak, then Smita comes in. Yeah, gravitas, okay. He said. You said gravitas, right, Suparno?
You know, I would only like to say Suparno ji is definitely very polite, respect him a lot for that. But Narendra Modi ji doesn't need to learn gravitas from any chief minister who has been saying that if certain laws of the country are implemented, there will be civil war.
He goes, he's got provoked.
मैं थप्पड़ मारूंगी नरेंद्र मोदी जी को. ये ग्रेविटास है सीएम की पोजीशन का. मैं रसगुल्ला कंकड़ वाला भेजूंगी. And let me tell you what gravitas is.
Come on now, don't keep overplaying that comment. She said it once. She said it once. You're overplaying it.
How dare she? How dare she? How dare she? How dare she even say it once? To our Prime Minister.
How dare she?
Okay, so now let me complete myself. Myself. Gravitas of Prime Minister's position is this, that whenever the country has needed him, irrespective of the state government, whether it is BJP ruled or non-BJP ruled, he stood with the people. He came on the brigade ground with a commitment that he will change the destinies of all the West Bengalis, the citizenry of there. And that is why I say nobody needs to teach him the gravitas. Second, have you ever seen that Sarla Murmu, Arnab, was given a ticket by the TMC and she joined the BJP? Have you ever seen Jitendra Tiwari, another TMC leader? He was debating for the TMC just one day before he joined the BJP. What does it show? It shows that people of West Bengal and even the former
they say you're threatening them. The Trinamool says you're threatening them. The Trinamool says you're threatening their people. That's what they say.
Really?
They say you're threatening their people. I'll tell you what they said. They said you're threatening individual leaders. You mentioned Sarla Murmu. That's why I'm saying it.
Sarla Murmu. You are saying Mr. Adhikari has been threatened? Son of the soil? The 5 MLAs who joined today have been threatened. Jiten Tiwari has been threatened. What are you talking about? The only gunda in West Bengal is Mamata Banerjee and her goons. They have taken the lives of 130 innocent.
Oh, come on now. No, that's a harsh counter. That's a harsh counter.
Yes,
you now. No, one second. Suparno Maitra, in response to that phrase used by Gaurav Bhatia, raised his hand. 1 minute, I'm going to get Smita in for a minute, but you use that phrase now. Now you use that phrase. You use the gunda phrase there. Gaurav Bhatia, you use the phrase. We're seeing a response coming up right now. PK Basu wants to come into the debate, but I must let Suparno come in and then take a response from Smita Prakash. Who used that phrase there? Smita, I thought it was Gaurav Bhatia. Gaurav Bhatia could have got provoked.
130 innocent workers have been brutally murdered. What is it?
That's not decent either.
I have.
You individually targeted Mamata.
For Gaurav Bhatia ji.
So what,
right now, right here.
Yeah, but let
no, and I would request you. I have a lot of respect for Gaurav Bhatia ji, and I would only say that that there are times when the Motera pitch turns uncomfortable for great batsmen like Gaurav Bhatia ji also. And I would request you, Mr. Goswami, to expunge the remark that he made from this discourse this evening.
No, am I an outsider or am I an Indian?
I have given him an opportunity and placed my displeasure on the issue once.
I want to ask that to Suparno ji. Am I an outsider for you, Suparnoji? Please tell me.
But Gauravji, why would... No, I would respond, Gauravji. Why would you be an outsider? So let me once again reiterate that when we are talking about the outsider and insider, it is not about communities, it is not about state. It is about the bankruptcy of the BJP leadership in the state of West Bengal, that they will have to have 5 central ministers coming in, they would have to have the Honorable Prime Minister coming in, they will have to have everyone coming in, just
for central ministers to visit West Bengal?
Gauravji, just a minute, please. Gauravji,
I'm asking you, Suparnoji.
Gauravji, you're an excellent debate. Yeah, Gauravji, you're an excellent...
With a 6
no, we also don't do that.
Run, but we don't dig the pitch on which we bat.
We also don't do that, Gauravji. We also don't do that.
You do that.
And the point is this: I would not like to. No, we don't. So, and I think you have been winning many cases in the Supreme Court or the other courts because you have substantiated your arguments in the court. Unfortunately, there is a deviation from your standard, Gauravji, that this time it's more of a it's more of a rhetoric, which is not backed by substantive evidence, Gauravji.
Suparnoji,
please.
I'll give you 3 examples.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me,
please.
Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi,
Right.
why were 75 lakh farmers deprived? Ayushman Yojana, why was it not implemented? And during the Amphan cyclone, 2,700 crore was allocated for the people of West Bengal. High Court, Kolkata High Court has ordered a CBI probe. Why did Mamata Banerjee's government approach the Supreme Court? For the sake of transparency, Mamata Banerjee should have said, please have a probe. I've spent the money given by the center for the welfare of the people of West Bengal. 3 questions. Can you quickly answer?
Yeah, quickly I would answer. I would start with
debate in a direction which you want, and I prohibit that. I prohibit that. No, I prohibit that. I prohibit that.
Okay.
Gaurav Bhatia, among many skills, also wants to become a TV anchor right now, but it's 9:30. I'm getting Smita in. My question is, Smita, the Prime Minister has also put out a direct challenge to Mamata Banerjee yesterday when he said in the rally, Didi's scooter is destined to fall in Nandigram. So he made a prediction. And Shubhendu Adhikari came yesterday to the Republic Bangla studios. We were talking in Bangla for half an hour. And while he told me, no, there's nothing personal about his fight, it's absolutely personal. I mean, can you imagine? If either Shubhendu or Mamata lose Nandigram, will it be seen as one seat being lost? No. Both sides have put everything into this battle. Everything. And now they're trying to deny the importance of even Nandigram. Smita, I want you to just focus on whether this is a prestige battle or not for both sides. Both are denying it. I think they can afford to be a little bit more honest. Smita.
Right. Correct. Let me first begin by saying congratulations, Arnab, for your Bangla channel. I wish you all the success and your team. Before I come to the Nandigram thing, I want to be a contrarian and disagree with both Gautam as well as the TMC spokesperson. One, I don't think Mamata is displaying any nervousness. She's not jittery at all. She's giving a fight back. It is difficult. It's a hard battle for her. There is an anti-incumbency factor, but she is displaying no signs of nervousness. That is one. The second point is by saying that the Prime Minister displayed no gravitas, that he should have, as a Prime Minister, he should have had gravitas. This is something from since 2014. Many opposition people have been saying this about the Prime Minister because it is, for them, it is unfathomable that a Prime Minister is also a political person. You see, because for 10 years we had a Prime Minister who was not political. We had Dr. Manmohan Singh. He left the politics to the Gandhi family. Whereas now what has happened is here you have a Prime Minister who's obviously a politician. He is completely into winning elections, fighting elections, and understanding that politics is a part and parcel of him being Prime Minister. So what you had there yesterday at Brigade Ground was a politician wanting to topple the government, which is, I think, completely within his right, and I think the TMC should appreciate that. Now, to come to the Nandigram thing, the thing is that, you know, what one is noticing, Arnab,
hear that,
is that
good point made by
has
Smita.
gone from being the Didi to the daughter of Bengal, right? So now the pitch is that I'm no longer Didi, I'm the daughter of Bengal, vote for me because I'm your daughter. Whereas the BJP says that a Bhumiputro is as good as a daughter. Why differentiate on gender? The point is the symbolism in politics. Will women vote just because a person is a Didi or a daughter? Or would a person vote, or with a woman voter or a male voter, transgender voter, will they vote for the schemes? If there is Ujjwala Yojana, there is Rupashri scheme. So this is, you know, beyond just the narrative of women empowerment or a woman politician. It is more about who can empower people, who can bring about change. Another small point I want to make, Arnab, is that since it is Women's Day, I want to say that, you know, it's not enough to just tell women that, you know, hey, we have women's courts, women's, thanas and things like that. Political violence must stop because it disempowers women much more than it disempowers men. It disempowers women who have to run their families. They have to bear the brunt of the political violence when their men who are bread earners are killed or maimed in this gundaism. So for heaven's sake, both parties stop this political gundaism.
But I have okay, one sec. So I appreciate that. I appreciate every point that you made here. One word on semantics, and I hand it over to PK, who's much better at understanding political language than me. PK, I was listening to this, and the Prime Minister was trying to position Mamata not as a Didi or a daughter or a sister, but as an aunt, Bua, because he spoke of Bhai Bhatijavad, emphasizing the fact that Abhishek Banerjee is her Achilles heel. He said, the Prime Minister said, positioning that even you fell prey to Bhai Bhatijawad. You started thinking about your nephew. I think it was very interesting the Prime Minister did that. Whereas when I saw today at the end of her 4.5 kilometer walk, and she was surrounded by all well-known women of Bengal, it was all women on stage, and there was almost as if all the women came to protect her from this attack by these aggressive, you know, men from an aggressive party based in Delhi. So the positioning there was that Mamata Banerjee is a victim of an attack by powerful and ambitious people from Delhi, and she needs to be protected by everyone, especially the women of Bengal. So each side, I just wanted to make a point to the audience there. Each side is playing on the symbolism. PK, you can take it further from there. PK.
No, I don't agree that the women empowerment point being taken by Mamata Banerjee is symbolism. It is true. It is true what Mamata Banerjee is saying, and we can prove that by what she has done. Let us take a look at 2019 election. She fielded highest number of women candidate for Lok Sabha election. It was about 40% or 41% of total candidates were women.
No, then why did Sarla Murmu, Sonali Guho and Tanushri Chakraborty join the BJP now? Why?
Right now we are addressing a question whether talking about women empowerment by Mamata Banerjee is symbolism, or does it really
secondly, my second question is, if she is talking so much, 1 minute, counter. She is making the hike of LPG cylinders the biggest issue, as if she is very concerned about price hitting people. What about the price of electricity? What about the price of electricity here, where consumers pay among the highest? Why is she quiet about that? Exorbitant electricity bills.
So asking you. The question should be asked from BJP guys. why are they quiet about electricity price? Why are they not? Why are
No,
they
no,
not
no.
bringing
One
this up?
second.
They only
PK,
come.
no, no,
they
I am
only
asking
come
you.
to Bengal and they only defame Bengal. If they only keep themselves defaming Bengal, talking about we have
You didn't
heard
answer
even
my
Prime
question.
Minister
There's
talking
no
about
questions on the price of electricity. The questions are not about the price of electricity. The price of LPG is there. Why not about the price of electricity?
what hurts most. Mamata
There you are,
Banerjee
pin
has
drop
raised
silence.
the issue. No,
Pin
Mamata
drop
Banerjee
silence
has
now.
raised the issue
Pin drop silence
which
now.
affects the lives.
No,
which
you will
affects
not
the
talk about
household
it.
in the entire
You
country.
will not talk about it, will
Everyone is
you?
affected by the price rise.
You will not talk about the price of
LPG and petrol.
electricity.
No,
No. So why does the price of electricity not matter?
No.
We want to know.
If we are talking about today, we are talking
Let
about.
them what? Okay,
Prime
turning around
Minister's
right
rally.
now.
Prime
PK
Minister's
responding.
rally
The only
yesterday.
person on the panel who's not
Prime-
spoken. PK.
Prime Minister.
PK, who's his
BJP
theatrics
promised
and
Dada,
who's his reality?
but they only brought Dadu. Where is Dada?
Everyone on.
Where is Dada? They promised people of BJP
What do you mean,
workers
Dada and Dadu?
people who are present. Yes, Dadu is Mithun Chakrabarti, a spent force yesteryear actor, and instead the people present in the rally were expecting Dada to come. Dada was supposed
I think I
to
should
come,
get a response.
in the
What
rally.
kind of ageism is this?
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on
That's a
now.
hard reality. You have
What
no
kind
answer
of
to that.
ageism is this?
There was news circulating from the past 1 year that Saurav Ganguly will be heading BJP, will be joining BJP, but all that became a tight
Who
fix.
circulated? Yeah, I didn't circulate. Which unaware network was circulating that rubbish?
There has been speculations.
I don't circulate. Did you see it on Republic Bangla or Republic TV?
No, the people.
Come on now, you spread
presenting
it.
The rally.
You please watch the sort of interview at 10:30 tonight. Come on, PK responding. Come on, PK, come into the debate. PK.
They were expecting Dada to come. Dada was never there.
PK
They were
Basu.
very taken aback. They were expecting Akshay Kumar to come. Akshay Kumar wasn't present in the
Okay.
rally. So if BJP
PK, you'll have to come in
We have heard
yourself.
you.
This
You
is
can
not
now-
the very tame debate you did to the Calcutta Club. This is Republic.
People of Bengal trust BJP when they can't keep their promises they make.
All right, let me just tell you, the key issue in this election is that, since 1967, Bengal has been dominated by various left-wing parties. And the left-wing parties have caused the economic demise of West Bengal. I saw it dramatically, when I came back to Kolkata after living outside India for 33 years, at the end of November, the day I arrived into Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose International Airport, the electricity at the airport was off for the next 1.5 hours. I have never in international travel throughout the world come across a single airport where this has happened. So for 1.5 hours, there was no electricity at the airport. I mean, that I think is symbolic. This is symbolic.
Who handles the Airports Authority of India? Who handles the Airports Authority of India?
Look, I am. See, the fact of the matter is that Bengal, the Kolkata airport was the only one that, of the major airports in India, most of them have been privatized. This one was built by the AAI because both the CPIM and Mamata's government wanted the public sector to do it. Now, the point is that we have had this public sector culture, this culture of leftism, Marxbadi, Bamponthi, whichever way you want to put it, that has dominated Bengal. What now needs to happen is a change in mindset. Bengal needs to join the international mainstream, not just the Indian mainstream. The Indian mainstream since 1991 is market-oriented, reform-oriented, growth-oriented. Now, I welcomed Mamata Banerjee and Amit Mitra when I was president of the India Club in Singapore and had an event there.
Have you seen no change in Kolkata in 36 years?
Arnab, can I come?
Are you saying you've seen no change in
There was
Kolkata in 36 years?
There was no.
Are you
I want
saying
to
that,
know
PK?
Which we want to know.
Are you saying that?
I am saying.
Are you saying that? Then tell Suporno that.
There is change in Bengal.
Then tell Suporno that.
The change.
Take the bull by the
What I am
horns.
saying is that the poriborton that has happened is the poton of Bengal. Bengal's Paton has occurred over the past 55 years, and it is now time to change that and bring about a genuine, as the Prime Minister put it,
What development did you actually see in Sonar
an
Tripura?
orientation.
What development? There is no Paton in Sonar Tripura. There is no Paton in Sonar Gujarat.
There is development that is happening there. There is development across the country. That if you look at any part of India that has come under BJP rule over a long period of time, there has been positive change. You know, if we talk about the Bimaru states, Madhya Pradesh was among
so
the
you're
Bimaru
trying to
states.
say that this is a development-oriented campaign.
Now, the important point is that what I would, what the Modi government has given to the poor is worth
You're
knowing.
saying that, I get your point.
What it has given is that
if I can gently take off, if I can gently,
what are the responsibilities?
if I can, I heard that.
Talking about
Now,
cooking gas connections. You know, the fact that we can talk about cooking gas price
since now
today
I'll gently
is
come
because
back
there are
into the
cooking gas
debate.
connections to
And
every
my
household.
question now,
That is,
I'll gently come back to the debate, and my
cooking gas
question to
was not
Chandra
even
Bose
an
and Gaurav
issue
on the
for
right,
most
on the
Indians,
left, please.
because half of
On the
Indians
debate. One
didn't
second.
have
My
cooking
question
gas
to all of you. Okay, all of you stay on the
107
screen.
years ago.
To my
So
next
this is
question,
the
please. PK, I've interrupted you just because 12 minutes back I said I'm turning over a new leaf and becoming polite doesn't mean you ride all over me. Please. Otherwise I'll turn back. Now listen to me, PK. I really appreciate your kind words, your logic. You're a man of great wisdom. And I must say this, that it's wonderful, it's beautiful to meet you, to have you in Kolkata. And now that I'm here for a few days, I think we'll go out and have a nice lunch one of these days. But you're completely wrong, PK, as usual. And you're biased and you're prejudiced. And you're trying to show your keenness towards, the BJP line. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. You say that this election is about Unnoyan. Now, yesterday, Shubhendu came to our studio. And I asked him, and Suparna, you say this. I said that if this is about Unnoyan, then why did you say that if Trinamool comes to power in Bengal, this time Bengal will become Kashmir? Why? Did you try to say that Bengal will become a Muslim majority state? Muslim majority state. You say it's about Unnoyan, then Gaurav, then Chandra Bose should tell me. Why are you talking about Bengal becoming Kashmir? You agree with it, Chandra Bose? No, I'm asking. Gaurav Bhatia wants to come in because he thinks you're on a weak wicket, Chandra Bose. He thinks I've bowled at you, you're ducking, and you're just going to be out.
Chandraji is very competent.
No. Chandra Bose has to answer that. Chandra Bose, please. Shubhendu said that. Shubhendu is not. No. Shubhendu is now a member of your party. He said Bengal will become Kashmir. Where is Unnoyan or development got to do with this? Tell me.
See, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, our leader, Narendra Modi ji, believes in equality. He has clearly stated, even from the brigade parade grounds.
No, is Shubhendu Adhikari not your leader? No, is Shubhendu Adhikari not a senior BJP leader?
He is our leader.
Bhatia?
But he...
Gaurav Bhatia, Chandra Bose is ducking.
Okay, I have... Let Chandraji complete, then I will answer.
Politics
what he meant?
Encouraged by the Trinamool Congress and Mamata Banerjee. I think he was referring basically to this kind of politics. We don't believe in that politics. We believe in inclusive politics. And if the state is left with the...
There you are, then you're contradicting Shubhendu. Suparna now.
Can I respond?
No, Suparna now.
Do you want me to respond to Mr. Adhikari's statement?
Go on.
Mr. Goswami, do you want me to respond to Mr. Adhikari's...
All of you are so frightfully polite today. Please never ask this question on Republic. You want me to respond? It makes me feel that this is another channel.
Okay.
I've just missed my show for 3 days. I don't know what's happened. I don't know where I've come back. I'm sorry I was busy with launching Republic Bangla, but when I come back, Suparna, everybody is asking, can I respond? Would you mind? Pehle aap. Please don't do this. I've been away only for 3 days. Suparna, come on, respond.
Right.
What's going on here?
Right. So as far as Mr. Adhikari's statement is concerned, I would only say that it does not necessitate a response even. So we would like to ignore that statement of his. One. Second, I was hearing the gentleman.
Oh my God! Now this is
who came
ignore. Look at the political correctness here, Smita. No, you are dodging.
Can I
dodging.
respond, Arnab?
You are also dodging. I don't know why. Gaurav?
No, I want to
It's
respond.
the season of...
See, I have 2 quick points
He
to
said,
make.
if Trinamool, I cannot believe he has made... Smita, no, Smita, Smita first. Smita, what's going on, Smita? He said Trinamool will make Bengal into Kashmir if it comes back.
Yeah, it's the season of bizarre political statements, and for the next 3 months we are going to hear a lot of it. And people had thought it's only coming in from one youthful politician. That's not the case. It's going to come in from everybody. But I would like to point out, Arnab, that you talked about this symbolism of Mamata Banerjee with women around her, saying these men from Delhi are coming in, and so the women of Bengal are going to fight. So this the symbolism that you spoke about, that's all very fine to have women around you, but this is not exactly the right thing. I think there is a little bit of hypocrisy out here. It's if I may say so, that it's not just celebrities and actresses that one wants to see. In Bengal, one wants to see women entrepreneurs around the chief ministers, women in technology, women in sports, women editors. It's not just pretty women or even successful pretty women, but I'm just saying that it needs to be more than just that.
Arnab, can I come in?
Suparna wants to come in. Gaurav Bhatia, I've a delay from Kolkata here tonight, but Suparna wants to come in. Suparna will come in right now. The big debating point right now, everyone's dodging is... No, thank you, Suparna. Suparna, give you one more try. Gaurav wants to come in to hit back. No, okay, Gaurav goes first. Gaurav, come on now, Gaurav. Okay. What did he mean when he said Bengal will become Kashmir? Come on, will you also duck it?
I'm answering that. Okay. So when Suvendu Adhikari ji said that TMC will turn Bengal into Kashmir, I think it's a very, very relevant equivalence, and I will tell you why. You remember when Article 370 was abrogated and amended? What was said by the opposition? Very clearly they said it has been done to target the Muslims.
Rupam on the right.
And same way, when CAA was brought in, please, can I complete myself?
Who said?
When CAA was legislated upon, we heard how Mamata Banerjee said that Muslims have been targeted by the BJP, not even caring for the provisions that have been amended. And on Women's Day, I just want to say one thing. Please, can I complete myself, please, sir?
Let me tell you very clearly,
sir? Extend me the same courtesy.
You can, Mr. Bhatia.
Please.
Mr. Bhatia, you can complete, but you are taking it to another direction. This has nothing to do with 370.
This is a little unfair.
There are 2 points in it which you must understand.
Because there is a very important point I want to make on Women's Day.
I have been waiting.
Yes, thank you.
I have been waiting.
Okay, Rupam, thank you. Let him complete. We've got 1.5 minutes left.
Yes. I just want to say, somebody said Mamata Banerjee is a fighter. We all know she is a fighter, but fighting for the wrong cause. For the right cause would have been Gopal Majumdar is still waiting for justice because his mother was beaten by the TMC goons. Fighting for the right cause would be Ishrat Jahan. She was reading Hanuman Chalisa and her house was attacked and her children were attacked. Could Mamata ensure justice for them? Could it would have been if West Bengal would not be second when it comes to the incidents of attempt to rape. First, when it comes to the
We've got a minute left. Suparna's turn to respond.
These are
before the debate ends.
Really care for the women of West
and PK comes in right now with Gaurav. 1 second. I got you only there. Gaurav and PK. Suparna first, then PK. Quick response. Nobody's picking the question I asked.
Yeah.
About Kashmir, about Bengal becoming Kashmir if the Trinamool comes back. That's the charge that was made. Yes. Suparna and PK.
So
Suparna and PK. Suparna and PK.
I would respond. Yes, I would respond, Mr. I would respond, Mr. Goswami. The statement which was made by Mr. Adhikari yesterday was only the overt part of it, and the covert part is the agenda of believing in and practicing of majoritarianism in the country by the Bharatiya Janata Party, which has got manifest through Mr. Adhikari's statement like this.
Okay, let's just remember a few things. In 1951, the proportion of Hindus in what was then East Pakistan and today is Bangladesh was 28%. Today, the proportion of Hindus in Bangladesh is less than 9%. So that is a fact. Now, the second aspect is that the proportion of Muslims in West Bengal has increased over time. So what is happening here is not, what is happening is not irrelevant to what is happening in Bengal, because Bengali Hindus have been
running short, ladies and gentlemen, running short of time. Running short of time. Look at the diversity of issues. Look at the diversity of leaders. Look at the diversity of points of view and ideologies, and you will realize why Bengal is becoming a mini national election. Ladies and gentlemen, see you on debate number 2 on the other side on why the demise of the Congress is seeing the emergence of a new opposition. Few minutes.